Damas y caballeros, welcome to En Mis Tiempos. I'm one of your hosts, Luis. I'm here with Adrian and Alfredo.
Killed it, man. First try without reading it. I like it.
And it's been 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months?
You can tell.
Yeah. Now, if you're wondering why George isn't here, I don't know if y'all remember the last episode we recorded. George wasn't here because he had something more important to do. Well, it's the same thing this time. We don't know what it is, but he couldn't be here for this. So welcome back. We'll have Luis and we have Will with us today. Will, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thank you.
So nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. Yeah,
George's not here, and Luis is.
I'm going to have to use my phone to. Yeah.
Except he doesn't have a computer, so he'll be looking stuff up on his phone. So, how'd y'all like the break? Wait, first things first. Are we calling this season 2 since we took like an extended break?
Yeah.
Or like season 1, episode 59 or whatever this would be?
No, we're going to go with season 2.
Like season 2? I mean, that's kind of a long break.
It was.
But now.
It was like a summer break because most TV series take like a 2-month break, 3 month.
You do calendar year, or you talking about like episodes?
Well, we just went 58 episodes and then stopped for a break because we had to fix some stuff that we didn't really have like a plan going into it. But
yeah, if y'all could see everything that went down in here.
And I'll tell you why the break here in a minute. But our episodes currently are named just with the episode number and then whatever the episode name is. If we go with season 2, we're going to have to add like the S2.
Just continue.
I think we just continue. I'm with Adrian on this one. Now that I think about it, it's going to fuck up the naming convention on there. And
yeah, just continue.
You got overvoted. You don't get a vote, Will. No, but so we quit. We didn't quit. We took a break because first off, the last time we recorded, we had a bunch of issues with the hardware. And it's nothing like we still have the same hardware, the same equipment. It just, for some reason that day, it didn't work.
Yeah.
But the way the room was set up, and like most of y'all don't know us, but we recorded in my house in this room that I have in my house that I used to use for just like musical instruments and music. And since we started recording, I haven't been able to actually use the room for its intended purpose because we have this huge table set up and like all of the equipment that we had set up was just for recording. So it took the 2 months to like build a little desk, a little workstation so I can actually set up all the other stuff that I needed. We no longer have to take out half the drum set to be in here recording like we did before. Like it's a functional room now. It's still kind of tight. It's really small, but I can use it for its intended purpose. So that's why it took so long. But
what's the address?
We're back. Yeah, no. Not so much. Good try though.
What's the address?
So right before we left, we were getting ready to go to ACL, right?
Oh shit!
It was, like the week before.
Damn. Yeah, so we went to ACL.
And then Luis took like a month and a half
vacation
so we can record.
Let's blame me. Yeah.
I mean,
did we introduce Will?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. All right.
We did.
Hey, Will.
Welcome, Will.
How you doing, Will?
How's it going?
Well, you can chime in there, man, whenever. Like when he said ACL, you're like, oh yeah, ACL, I went. You didn't go this year, did you?
Y'all went this past this ACL?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't go? No. So that's actually how me and Will met. We
had
mutual friends.
Yeah.
We just go ACL we had been going to ACL every year on weekend 1, and we just always hung out. But this year.
The past 2 years, we kind of didn't go.
Right.
For whatever reason, but, okay.
It is what it is.
I think Anna went week
She
2.
went week 2, yeah. And we went weekend 1, so we didn't get to hang out, but whatever. It was fun. So that happened. Luis took a really long vacation.
Yeah.
A couple of really long vations.
Wow.
The Rangers won.
The Rangers won a World Series.
Series.
Yep. Go Rangers.
I
The Cowboys still suck.
Trump kind of indicted 3 or 4
3 or 4 times. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while.
I don't know where we left off.
We're on the brink of a world war. What else?
2? If you're
Israel.
depending on who you're talking to.
All right, we're caught up. Wrap up. No.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. What else?
What else? I don't know.
There's been that was the worst part. Like, because I mean, I talk to my friends about the shit that happens, but I don't have a lot of friends that really give 2 shits about politics or world events or whatever.
Yeah.
And having this to come talk about the shit that nobody else cares about, it was kind of cool. So that's the part I missed for those 2 months. Like, we couldn't, damn it, who do I talk to about this?
I know this is going to be a good topic for Luis.
Oh, yeah?
Did the Kelsey Swift thing happen before or after?
That was after.
Okay.
For me? I think
I don't know how much you like
say
Taylor
that.
in football. So
I don't know how she makes it on our show. Like,
every
other week.
Every time?
yeah.
Pretty much.
We probably talked about her and Kanye more than anybody.
She put
else.
out her live movie or whatever, the movie.
Eras tour.
Yeah.
Did you
tour. No, I did not see that. No.
Oh. You couldn't get tickets, or
Yeah, no. Just,
Will, you a Taylor Swift fan?
No.
Not at all.
Not really. I mean, I respect her as like an artist, but like I'm trying to like kind of like pop music as it is. You know what I mean? But people are into it, but I'm just not into that too much of like that particular pop style. It's just,
Yeah, not your thing.
guess whose tour movie comes out tomorrow, though?
Nobody cares. Are
Beyonce.
you going to that?
No, I'm going to Laredo.
Oh, you're going on another vacation?
Not a vacation,
Damn.
man.
No.
Gotta take another month's
slight-
break.
Fuck y'all. It's a memorial. No, we're an aunt of mine passed away during COVID. We're gonna go see her grave for the first time. Not sad.
What do you mean?
Like
How
since
long?
she passed away, and she passed away in literally
2020?
Yeah, like she got the vaccine, and I guess she had already been infected.
Ooh, conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got the vaccine, and I guess she was already infected, and 2 weeks later, she was out.
really?
Damn.
Wow. Damn.
But you said you're going to go see
the grave or
for the
like
first time.
the burial. Yeah.
because you didn't have a burial at the time because of COVID, or
No, just
you just
we
hadn't
couldn't
made it down.
Okay,
Gotcha. No, because
When
there
it
were a lot of
first
people that
happened, we
couldn't do
couldn't,
it.
yeah.
Like my dad and my sister passed away in 2021. I can't remember. I'm an asshole for not remembering that, but whatever. It was still during the whole COVID restriction thing, and we couldn't we were limited on the number of people we could have at the service,
Like
and then it took for
semi-lockdown.
freaking ever, to get it. Like it was weeks before we could have a service and the burial, and he was cremated, but it still took a long time. And then so that's why I was curious about you saying that. I didn't know if they couldn't do it at the time, and now you finally get into.
Well, no, a similar thing happened with my grandma, who didn't pass from COVID, but she passed in the middle of all of that, and so weren't able to have any kind of service. And I guess they're going to have one in December, but I won't be in town.
I'm going to be on vacation. Okay, cool. Man, I need it. What do you do for a living?
Jealous.
I need to
Sell
jump
concert
into that.
tickets.
That's where it's
So-
at. He works for Ticketmaster, everybody.
I wish.
So I was
Fuck.
listening to the Cosas podcast
Mhm.
and those guys, whatever. And yeah, you were right. Like they just took a break, so they just released one, but they took a 4-month break.
Yeah, but they just stop recording. Like they don't even.
They don't forewarn.
Yeah, no. Like 1 week, you're like, where the fuck's the episode? And they're like 4 months later, they show up and they're like, oh, we had shit to do, so we just didn't record. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, so kind of like Luis, one of the guys
Yeah.
took a month break, and then when he came back, the other guy took a month break.
Yeah, and they just.
And so,
Everybody rotated.
yeah, so then it turned into just 2 months.
It happens, man. We only intended to be off 1 month,
You
but
can
hey.
relate.
You can relate on that. Yeah.
So anything you want to? I know you asked if we had a topic for this week's episode. Well, we never have a topic, but
I didn't know how it flowed, so I didn't know what y'all do. So I mean,
Yeah, we just kind of sit here and shoot the shit for an hour.
okay. I don't have anything to talk about, but
Luis, is that tequila in your cup?
It sure is.
You want to hold that up for the camera?
All of it?
No,
he's
it's
got dope ones.
dope
Oh
as
shit!
well.
Oh, okay. I'm like, damn, dude.
There is
It's taking it easy.
You can see bubbles.
Mm,
Tequila
not
doesn't have
really,
bubbles.
no.
That's backwash.
Yeah,
That's backwash. I have carbonated backwash.
he
now.
was. At least he does bring us back like drinks from his many trips. So
Yeah, I think he asked us for, what did you ask us for when we went to Austin? Tortillas?
Tostadas.
Yes, and we didn't bring those back.
I didn't get
We didn't get them
tostadas
shit.
back.
That's fucked
No, that's fucked
Here's
up.
Luis fucking smuggling shit over.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
actually,
it's illegal.
Oh yeah, let me not put that on record then.
Yeah,
I told him a story before. Look, I didn't lie. The guy asked if I had or what I was bringing back with me, and I said, "Well, we've got these 3 bottles because it was duty free." He was only asking about what I had on me. He didn't know about the other stuff that was in the luggage.
yeah. He asked, "What would you bring him back with
Carry-on?
you?"
Yeah, no.
No, he's got to be specific with his
Well, yeah,
questions.
no. He wasn't specific there. He was
Oh, yeah,
like, "What's that in the bag?"
Yeah,
I said
get
3
it.
bottles of tequila.
as long as you didn't lie, you're good. It'll hold up in court.
true.
He
Didn't break
said in the country, if you were to bring more than 2 bottles, we have to tax you. I was like, oh, we didn't know. And he said, oh, okay, well, if you didn't know, like, I'll let it slide this time. Cool.
You're like, I do this every time, but I didn't know.
Little did he know.
Did I say 3 bottles? I meant 2.
Yeah.
10 bottles and a 12-pack of Noche Buena.
Wait, we
Oh, I
only
can't
got
say
6.
that. What?
We only got 6.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
You holding out on us?
No, actually, I think I only brought 5 because I thought I grabbed
damn.
6.
We got short.
There's more coming.
Uh-huh.
I only have to save 2 of them for other people.
Well, I appreciate it.
So,
Y'all even
were
tried it?
you?
I'll make sure
I
you get
have. It's
something.
good.
No, I haven't.
It's a
Yeah,
fucking
this is
good
good
ass
beer,
beer.
though. Really good stuff. Yeah.
We're all trying it now, so awkward silence.
Oh, wait, does it not show? Oh, I guess because you're silent.
For those of you
Yeah, I know.
that are only listening.
What y'all do for Thanksgiving? Were you here for Thanksgiving? You were in Mexico,
Nah, I
right?
was
So
gone.
we were in Mexico for Thanksgiving last year, and it was kind of cool but awkward at the same time.
Oh,
Did you
I
have the
miss
same experience?
Thanksgiving. I miss Thanksgiving dinner. I miss because it's been 3 years.
Since you had an American
An
Thanksgiving?
actual, yeah,
Like sit down,
yeah.
turkey.
I want
everything.
mac and cheese. I want some ham. I want mashed potatoes.
I learned to make, it sounds stupid because it's so easy to make mashed potatoes, but I'd never made mashed potatoes before.
like
and I was up in-
actual like mashing the potatoes or like
How else do you make
powdered. I know people that make
Real or
powdered.
fake? Right.
Yeah,
No, real.
natural.
I was up in Kansas with Teresa and Blake, and they were making mashed potatoes. So I'm like, hey, I want to learn. So they let me mash potatoes. It's cool. So I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes now more often.
Okay.
I like mashed
All right.
potatoes.
Wow.
I've never known how to make them, and I don't like crappy mashed potatoes. I wanted to learn to make good mashed potatoes. So
It's
it was a
the
good,
most
tastes really
exciting
good.
thing in Kansas that week.
You're
This
not
is what
lying.
happened.
And they won't deny it either. It's like, hey,
this is what's
That was
happened.
the highlight of my
2
trip.
months. The highlight of the past 2 months
Yeah.
is Joe learned to make mashed potatoes.
It's gonna be on the front page of the whatever.
Mashed
the
potato
Garden
times.
City
Like-
Times or whatever. It's
That
called.
guy gets taught how to make.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait,
So what did you do for Thanksgiving? We're on Thanksgiving
What did
Day,
it?
Thanksgiving dinner.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we just ate tacos.
That's cool. I mean, I think I ate tacos.
It's called Thursday.
It was it was last
That's
Thursday,
what
Lunch,
right?
It's
lunch
Thursday.
break.
Where the fuck were we? We were in Puebla. So
You didn't eat mole?
oh, I ate a lot of mole, but I don't remember if I ate it that night. I ate a shit ton of mole.
Mole with turkey? That sounds fucking good.
Mole rosa, which I didn't know was a thing. It had like
Can you say rosa?
no, I can't roll my fucking R's. We're not gonna let me. You know what? For the sake of whatever, rosa. That's it.
Rosa.
That's
It's very
What is
French
this
of
gonna
you. Rosa.
I can't do it, man.
What'd you
Apparently,
do
I have
for
a speech impediment.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
We took grandma's house. So
That's
we all
cool.
took food over there and ate a bunch of food and watched football and had a good time. Just family stuff, you know?
Did the Cowboys win? They did.
We did.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
they played
Cowboys
Washington.
won.
Get
Yeah.
out
Here
of
we go. Dolly Parton.
Didn't they play Washington? Oh, I didn't even watch that.
Oh, I didn't either because
Yeah, you
obviously.
did.
It's weird. Like, she's wearing a cheerleader's uniform, like a Cowboys uniform. Like, I don't know.
Man,
I think I saw a
I don't know.
picture
Dolly
of it, but
Parton's
I never
kinda
watched the replay.
I didn't know she was that
77.
old.
Dude,
77.
she's
Eh, you could be
old.
77 hot. I don't know.
No,
I mean, she's hot for a
she was
77-year-old.
being- She was being held up by all her plastic surgery for sure. She was holding on to the.
Has she?
She didn't fall down.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She was holding on to the wall.
Allegedly
Oh.
has
Like
had
as she was
plastic
walking back and forth, she was like
Well,
holding.
was she
on
also
this way.
wearing like 6-inch heels?
I don't know.
Probably. It's Dolly, man. She's gonna be Dolly.
I don't know.
I like Dolly, dude. Dolly's cool. She's good people.
Someone
I
made.
wish I could see her face, like
Have you
a
seen
real
what?
face.
Have you seen pictures of her when she was young?
Yeah, you
Dude.
showed us last time.
So they
Oh
look-
yeah, Dolly. Like she was fucking gorgeous when she was like young, like 20 years old.
Yeah.
And then she started having all the plastic surgeries. And I mean, I'm not saying she's ugly now. She loves herself. That's great. But I think she looked
Just
way better
not
before.
natural?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before she did any of that crap. But yeah, she's old. Like her young pictures are in black and white. Old.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Someone was saying there are 2 people in America that you don't talk shit about, and it's Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton.
That's right, man. And Betty White.
Well, yeah, I mean, but living.
Well,
R.I.P. Yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. Betty. Oh shit, we're coming up on a year, right? Damn,
yeah.
that's gonna be a depressing episode. By the way,
Wait, who did we say was next? Because didn't she go around the same time that it was Dolly and then Queen and then not Dolly, Betty the Queen and somebody else?
No, the Queen was later. Queen was when was it?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I know, but we were taking
I
bets
think
on
there
who
was a
next.
Mexican guy that.
I think the Queen was like this year, right? Like 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
No, that was
It had to be earlier than that.
because the crown, whatever the fuck they did for that Charles
Coronation.
yeah, the coronation was in May.
Yeah. So she had to have died earlier in the year, like early.
Yeah,
Like February or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Who cares?
yeah,
Like a big
not
tour
important.
of like the royal people dying. Like it takes a long time to do all this shit you have to do.
Yeah,
When us peasants die, they just bury us and be done with it. Unless you're Lisa's aunt, and then 2 years later they're going to a memorial. But
Right.
beside the point, he's Texas royalty. We've talked about this before. So.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. No, not really. I'm not actually, by the way. I don't have any oil money to my name. That's pretty much all that would constitute Texas royalty, right? Oil money?
Oil money, pretty much. Yeah.
I
You
don't
gotta
have
be
that.
a Bush or a Perot or a, what else?
McConaughey.
Well, that's like,
He worked for his stuff.
yeah.
I don't know.
Be like born and raised here kind of stuff, or what? Like George
Like to be
Strait?
considered
What
Texas
would you,
royalty.
yeah, what would make you Texas royalty?
I mean,
Cowboy? Like a football playing cowboy?
oh, fucking, what's your owner's name?
Jerry
Jones.
Jones?
Jerry Jones. Be
It's oil
considered
money.
Texas royalty.
Or
It's
if
oil
you
money,
played for the
but
Texas Rangers and,
Yeah.
oh, fuck,
Nolan Ryan.
that team, they're going to all be royalty in Texas.
Yeah. I think Nolan Ryan's probably like
He's up there.
You know what I mean? He's born in Alvin, Texas.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Which is by Houston, I think.
I
He
should
is
be
Texas. You
Googling
should
shit.
be Googling shit. No, man, just enjoy
I'm
it.
not
You don't
used
get
to it.
You don't get to talk a lot very often. So when you're back in that, say, I want you to zip it.
Yeah, just
Actually, I'm
shut
gonna
the fuck
disconnect
up.
your mic. Yeah, I don't know. Who used to own the Mavericks before?
Before Mark?
It was the Pearls, right?
Carter?
No.
No, Perot, yeah, Ross Perot Jr.
Yeah, Perot Jr.
was it?
So it was the Pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a Perot. It's a, I don't know. I'm sure there's some big names in Houston that we don't know about because we're not from Houston, but it's oil money. It's all oil
Ross
money.
Perot Jr. Yep.
And he owned
Damn, they
Stars
got
as well.
He owned a lot of
They
shit.
owned the Stars as well, didn't they? For a while.
Yeah. That was like early 90s, 2000s? I don't know.
Early 2000s. Did y'all hear about Cuban selling off part of the 57% of the Mavs
no.
Majority of it, yeah.
to a
To a Vegas group.
yeah,
Oh, I
Casino
did
tycoon.
casino
hear.
tycoon. Yeah,
I
Well,
did hear
casino
he wants to
tycoon's
build
wife.
an arena.
Yeah.
And the next arena, he was like, the next arena will be in a casino at resort in Dallas.
downtown
supposedly.
Dallas.
He's already had this shit planned, I think, for a minute.
Well, he's got to get the
Yeah, he's
fucking,
gotta
he's
get
got to
the
get the
law
laws
passed.
passed first.
I don't
to
think
make
he
it-
would
I'm
sell
sure he
to
knows
this group
something.
If it
Oh,
was
yeah,
already, like,
he's probably
there's like
Yeah.
cahoots. Like,
he's been lobbying for that
balls
shit for a
rolling,
minute.
Shit behind the scenes going on.
That's the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
with things like that. Like everybody's against gambling in Texas until all of Texas royalty has their hands ready to go.
Yeah.
So as soon as the law passes, it's like, oh, sorry, we got this knocked down, like lockdown. Nobody else can get in and make any money. That's how it works.
True.
Yeah, everywhere. Really.
But good for him. I mean, fuck it. He bought it for $285, not $250. He bought it for $285 million. It's worth $3.5 now, and he's selling
Yeah.
it 57% of that.
Just give me $1 million.
yeah, that lady's got like 32 point
Something billion. Yeah.
yeah, 34 or something.
Yeah. I was like, holy
That's
crap.
bothering me. Sorry.
Touch my mic.
Yeah, that's crazy money right there. They said that she's like the 5th richest woman in the world or something like that.
Really?
Something like that.
Who?
I forget her name.
Miriam,
Reese, come on, man. You're the fact checker.
I'm not used to it, man. I've been in Mexico for 2 weeks. I didn't
So
have to
you know
fact
the
check
Sands,
shit.
the Sands casinos in Vegas, like the
Uh-huh.
whole Sands group.
Sands and the Venetian.
her husband founded that. He started that whole thing. He's dead now, so she owns all that crap. So
and
she's got casino
Miriam
money.
Adelson
Adelson,
is
that's right.
78, is the 5th richest woman in the world.
Damn.
Is she looking for a new man?
She's also like the biggest Trump
I mean,
supporter.
hey,
She
count
has
me
much
in,
money
man.
to Trump over the years, like with his election campaign and everything. So I mean, that and Abbott too. So
If you give me enough
dang it,
money,
so I don't know
I'll
about
Speaking of
politics.
so-
Speaking of Hot Wheels,
So yeah, so they're gonna give
Speaking
casinos out here pretty soon.
yeah. It's only a matter of time.
Speaking of Hot Wheels.
You say he went skydiving?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I saw.
What? I didn't see anything about
Skydiving
that.
with a 106-year-old
I almost
veteran.
typed Hot Wheels go skydiving. What the fuck is his goddamn name?
What is his name?
Fuck.
That happened to me. I told you when I went to get my citizenship.
Abbott.
Abbott,
Yeah,
yeah.
Abbott, yeah.
He was the governor of Texas. Hot Wheels.
Oh, Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
In Dallas.
So, can governors like get reelected over and over again without like a term limit, right?
I don't know, man. I guess they can because he's
That's some
been
crazy
here
shit,
for a while.
though.
He jumped out of a plane with a 106-year-old World War II vet.
But
Why?
But I think
With the chair.
But
or
I think
without
it was
the chair? Did
too
he have the chair?
separate. You know,
Oh, they
it makes
jumped
it,
like
it
it
makes
wasn't
it, it makes it
tandem.
sound like they were in
It
It
tandem.
wasn't a tandem
heavier.
jump. Hot Wheels and a 106-year-old guy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I
He's
wouldn't
standing
do
on the
that.
chair. They just
pushing
pushed
it.
him off.
There's
That's
no
messed
chair,
up.
but goddamn it.
How did he land?
His legs are just
His legs
dangling.
just bent backwards. His legs just.
All right, this isn't funny.
Oh my god! What are we doing?
Sorry.
rolling stock.
Sorry, this is horrible.
We're gonna get
I
canceled.
will never make fun of. This is super ableist. I will never make fun of anyone else, but fucking Abbott. Fuck you.
You know what, man? I grew up making fun of my sister because she's
Look
in
at
a
the
wheelchair.
picture.
So
You know how they
I'm
tell
saying-
you know how they tell you gotta like
fucking horrible. We're fucking horrible. Welcome
Oh
back,
my
and we're
gosh.
canceled
Yeah.
again.
we got one episode in season 2. All right.
I'm crying. Fuck. I just keep thinking of like dogs when they put their heads out the car and their ears are just flapping.
Legs.
Oh,
We're going to hell, guys.
That's horrible.
We'll give you a minute, Luis.
All right, I'm good.
Who brought this up, Adrian?
You did.
Well, because you told me about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
It's
asked.
fucking horrible. I'm going to hell. I mean, I knew it, but yeah. Yeah, damn it.
Anyways,
So there's that. So Luis can't roll his R's. I was, y'all keep up with our Instagram messages?
No.
lately I haven't. Not this
Karina-
past 2 months.
George's sister sent us a video today.
She wants to replace George?
Yeah, she's putting in her application.
Word?
So, I mean, we'll talk about it after this.
I'm
But-
for it. I
No,
say
it
we
was
just
about-
approve it.
It was a Russian girl talking about how like she talks different, she looks different, she acts different when she speaks in Russian than when she speaks in English or whatever. And she said something in the video. I don't know why I watched the whole fucking thing. It was kind of like, yeah, I've heard that before. But towards the end, she said something that was interesting to me, and I'm like, I never thought about it that way, but it's true. When you're learning a different language, she said you're only a fraction of your personality comes through when you're learning that new language because you don't have the capacity to fully express yourself like you normally would in your mother tongue, right? Do you feel like, well, A, do you think that's true? I feel it's true because I had to learn a second language. Like English is my second language, but now I feel that's true for me in Spanish. Do y'all feel the same way? Like, I don't think if you meet me and if you're Mexican or whatever, you speak Spanish and I'm speaking to you in Spanish, you're not ever going to really get to know me because I can't express myself in Spanish like I can in English. Does that make sense?
So you're saying like what you grew up speaking is your mood, like more true self, and then your second language you can't really be yourself in that second language because
you don't know it. Because you don't master it fully, right? When you're learning it. Her point was when you're learning a new language. So at some point, for me, that was English. Spanish was my first language, and I could express myself in Spanish as a 10-year-old expresses himself in Spanish, but I couldn't do it in English. And then at some point, it flipped, right? Now I'm like fully fluent in English, and I'm not in Spanish. As much as I'd like to be, as good as I am at it, I'm not fully fluent. I can't express myself in Spanish the way I can in English.
Well,
Yeah,
then
like-
in that case, what do you consider fluent? Because I consider you fluent.
In Spanish?
Yeah.
Dude, every time we speak Spanish, there comes a point in the conversation where I have to stop and think of how do I say this in Spanish? And it's never going to come across the way it would if I said it in English.
right.
That's true.
I think, but I don't think it's that big of difference for you. I think you could.
It's easier
People
for
can
me,
get it.
yes, because I did grow up speaking Spanish. You're right. But do you feel that
my
way?
biggest example, and it's because I see it and I know I've heard it and I've it's Canelo when he has interviews in English, and the guys are asking him, and he responds, and I'm like, that's not what he's trying to say.
That's not what he's trying to say.
I know what he wants to say.
It doesn't come across right.
Yeah, and he can't get the words out, or he does, and then they sound kind of weird, and the guy's like, oh,
did he really just say that?
Yeah, and he's like, you know,
that's not what he meant, and we know what he meant because we speak Spanish, right? And we've heard him speak in Spanish, but I'd never thought about that before.
But recently I went to Mexico, and just being around my cousins, sometimes it's hard to be like them or yourself.
Yeah, because you're sitting there. Okay, you're sitting there with you have cousins.
It's not really a switch. You're saying, like, you know what I mean? If you go from one to the other, like your brain is like automatically like switch from like, okay, now I must speak Spanish.
So mine does, and there's like I think people that grew up like me, where we grew up speaking Spanish, and then we learned English, and now we master both.
Right.
It does, right? When I'm with my family, I'm thinking in Spanish, and the switch flips, and it's all Spanish.
But you feel natural with them, so there's no like.
Well, but it's my family, right? So you interact with them differently than you do with your friends. A lot of the shit I say to my friends or strangers, I wouldn't say to my family, and vice versa. But I don't the extent of my knowledge, like the number of words that I know in Spanish compared to the number of words that I know in English is like minuscule. It's like it's not that. Because I have a 10-year-old's vocabulary in Spanish. Yeah. It's evolved a little bit, but not much because I don't speak Spanish in my day-to-day, right? Everybody I live with, everybody I work with, it's English all the time. It's only when I'm around my family, and that stopped when I was 10 or whatever, you know. You reach a certain point where you stop learning Spanish the way you should.
Right.
I don't have those 45 years of Spanish experience like I do with English. So you can't fully express yourself like as you, if that makes sense.
It does.
You can try, and half the time.
Literalmente.
Hashtag literal. It doesn't translate very well sometimes.
So when you're going to school, did you learn like, okay, people like me went to school, like high school, we learned like Spanish or French. When you went to school, did you learn like, there was an English class or there was like actual Spanish class?
How dare you? He went to school in America.
So I came over in 5th grade, right? And I was in ESL for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then you're saying like you have to take a foreign language in high school? Yeah. I took French for like a semester.
I did too.
And then I took Spanish. I think I took Spanish.
You don't use that every day?
No, you only required 1 semester in Texas, right?
I think it's a year. I don't know anymore. I took 5 years of different
but I don't think you have to. I think you can substitute it, or at least back then you could substitute it with something else. Because I took French for a week or two, and then I dropped it for maybe like either football or tennis.
Yeah.
Because I was doing both at the same time.
PE shit or something?
Yeah, PE. Yeah. So you don't have to take the foreign language, and I didn't.
So, oh man.
I took German.
Because I feel like that I took German. 7th grade, 8th grade. So
he
German
took German because he played soccer and the coach was German.
Yeah,
for real.
He was a teacher.
That's funny because I took German and my teacher was like, "Y'all want to compete in German?" And has this come up that I did German dancing?
No,
this is not come up.
I don't know what German dancing is, but is there video?
Like Lederhosen? Like
I was wearing Lederhosen.
Yeah. Are you serious?
I was doing something that we called the pretzel. Great. You would be the first person to talk to her or at least from me.
So like you're like,
tell her I said
we'll come back to your childhood traumas later. But do you have video? Like we'd love to share it on our social media.
I mean, I personally don't have the video, but I'm sure I have a picture somewhere. Oh, I know someone has full like recitals.
Dude, come on.
Competitions. We won first in state at Baylor.
What?
Yeah, German dancing.
So like embarrassing as fuck? Or?
I mean, we were pretty fucking good. So not that embarrassing.
At least isn't hardly ever embarrassed about it. He's pretty proud of himself and everything he does. So there's
a lot of like arm twisting and then picking up girls with your shoulders.
Okay. And are they carrying steins at the time? Or
we were underage, so no.
Oh, damn.
But apparently you are supposed to in that dance. So we called it the pretzel, but it was like the Schuhplattel. So
we gotta get our hands on this.
Is it like square dancing? Like you go different corners and shit, or
kinda? I don't know.
There's a lot of just walking back and forth, right?
Imagine like the tango, but like no flair. So you're face to face with each other, but like
you're pretty much
barely
marching,
moving.
Right.
Yeah, you're marching
for the war.
You're not doing this, are you?
Yeah. A lot of that. No.
I've got it. I wish. One of the things that I fucked up while we were redoing this, Luis can't show us things on the computer right now until I get this thing fixed. So it's going to be a few weeks, but we'll
It could be on there.
Yeah. Well, I'm see if I can get a video and cut it in or something.
I mean, I remember
German dancing. Like, what is it actually called? It's not called German dancing.
I mean, we called. I don't fucking know. And I've been taking German again, so I don't know what.
I thought you were taking Italian.
Like ants
Italian,
marching.
German.
You can't one at a time, dude.
I'm doing it all. Do it all.
What do you actually speak any of them?
I know words.
Oh, I know words too. It's not, we gotta learn. Let's pick one and let's take a year. You and I. And a year from now, we'll have a conversation here in whatever language you want.
I've mostly been doing German again. I did Italian for a real long time, and I kind of was like, well, it's basically Spanish.
I feel like Italian. It's not worth. I'm not gonna say it's not worth my
It's
time.
not worth it.
But I actually watched a video yesterday with this guy. That was the point of the video. He's like, I speak Spanish. She speaks Italian. Can we understand each other? And they started having a conversation.
Yes, for the most part.
But speaking their own language?
Yeah, like he would ask her a question in Spanish, she would respond in Italian, and they just kept going back and forth. That's why I'm not that worried. Like if I wanted to learn Italian, Portuguese, even French to some extent, I think I could do it rather easily.
Maybe like Latin based? Is that what?
Any Latin-based language would be easy. But German
is.
Let's do German.
There are some.
You in?
6 months from now, we'll have a German episode.
I learned today.
Stop.
Weather is.
This is a challenge right now.
Weather. Or Vetter. Vetter is weather. Fuck. There was one word that I learned that I was like, what the fuck is that? And it was like smart. Oh, klug. Sounds like the dumbest fucking word ever. Smart.
How do you say rice in Spanish, in German?
Oh, I haven't learned that.
It should be easy for you because it's like try saying rice with your rolling R.
Fuck you.
That's rice.
Rice.
With your rolling
Reese.
R. Yeah, like a French
Rice.
R. Anyway, 6 months from now, we'll have a conversation and we'll do an episode in German.
I'm down. What are you going to do? You're just going to...
No,
He's the one who said 6 months.
I'll do German.
German in 6 months from today. This is the kind of shit you got to write down so that we actually do something in 6 months.
we came very unprepared today.
You have a phone in front of you. It's got a notepad.
No, that's not how my phone works.
An iPhone.
Must be an iPhone. You using that USB-C charger or you haven't upgraded yet?
No, I haven't upgraded yet.
Did you hear about the messages?
What?
That they're going to go to...
It caved.
They're going to go, up
They're going to join the rest of the world.
What we talked about.
Yeah. The RMS.
2-3 episodes before we were...
On the iPhone or what?
Yeah.
So we're not going to show up as whatever color iPhones show up as. Android
Green
shows
or
green,
whatever.
blue.
If we fucking do a German episode in 6 months, that's going to be funny as shit.
Well, you got to commit to it though.
I mean, I'm down. I've been learning German.
We'll do the first 10 minutes in German, if we can go that long.
Somebody's going to have to be a bartender.
You got to learn the
I'm
intro.
going to learn how to order beer in German, and that's it.
I think I can get it.
The intro?
Yeah. I mean, not right this second.
No pressure.
Fräuleins in Jungen. No, that's young boys. Fräuleins in. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 6 months. 6 months. We'll do. And you'll do the intro.
Fuck.
George, you have 6 months to learn German.
Good luck. Willie?
What are these for? Like penalty flags? Or?
Yeah, penalty. That's a minor penalty.
Spot on.
Okay.
Who brought those? Fernie.
Fernando.
I don't think we ever used them though. Did we?
Because we never have them available. So
Did
now
he
that
bring
we've
a
cleaned
yellow
up
one
the table.
and the red one because of soccer?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he brought two. Flags.
You got his footballs mixed up.
I'm
Your job is to watch everyone's drink levels.
Who brought did anybody bring the flamingo?
Oh, fuck.
No.
Flamingo.
Oh, you got a bottle opener?
Yeah, always.
Sweet.
It's like 20 years old.
It still works.
It works. Still
All
works.
right, what else? Bring some hot shit, man. I know you're holding it back.
Look, we should be talking about the war, but I'm not going to go there because I'm not trying to get really canceled on our first episode back. So we're going to skip it until something else happens. No. I'm glad they're in a...
Whoa.
Oh.
Going through a...
Oh, you hit the remote.
Whatever, yeah, I hit the remote. And there's a ceasefire and they're exchanging hostages and all that. That's fucking great.
They're doing stuff.
They're still fighting, though. They're still killing. They have been all these
killing
years.
it over there.
All right, fuck it. Go ahead, Will. Let's go.
God damn it.
Killing it over there.
Nah, it's too much.
That's it. Like, no matter what you say, you're going to offend somebody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, they've been fighting all these years. It's not going to stop anytime soon. Whatever. Like, no matter. Just.
I don't have the answers.
There's not an answer.
I do. Just quit fucking being assholes. Like, what?
Which side?
But I see each side of the story, though, in a way.
Yeah, that's why I said both of them. Both of them. Quit being assholes and just...
Both sides of the... I'm like, hey, I don't know what to say to y'all. Like, both of y'all are kind of getting fucked. I don't know who to pull for, but killing's not the answer. But, like, to them, it's like the only way to get by is...
It hurts my soul not to...
You know?
Well, hey, if y'all want to talk about it, let's go.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Why not? You scared? You might have to take it back in 10 years.
I might have to what?
Take it back in 10 years when you're getting canceled 10 years from now.
No.
Couple months. Couple weeks.
There was something I wanted to talk about.
Go ahead. You see how they got you on lockdown? You can't even speak your mind.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fucking fuck this up for us.
Who's gonna fuck it up for us? Who would get us canceled?
I don't know.
Would the Palestinians throw a fit and then now we're canceled?
Oh, it's not even.
No? Oh, okay. Well, that narrows it down.
I didn't say
either talk about it or let's move on.
Let's move on.
Move on. Yeah.
To what?
ACL happened. Jared Leto fucking.
Why'd you bring up that Tao thing? How about that? Let's get.
I don't have the thing pulled up. That was a good one. We have like a group text with our group of friends.
Thoughts on that?
I'm gonna fuck it up. I don't know see if you can find the video, but it's this old psychologist or psychiatrist, whatever the fuck she is, talking, and it's in Spanish, right? I think she's talking to this woman, and she's like, there's a lot of couples out there that like are always fighting because so and so leaves the towel laying on the floor or on the bed, a wet towel or whatever, and it bothers you. She's like, if it bothers you, pick up the towel. Oh, like, pick the towel up. Put it away, pick up the towel up and hang it, pick up the towel and put it in the hamper.
As opposed to starting a fight?
Or start a fight. The choice is yours. Do you want to live the rest of your life?
Oh, I had this conversation
taking
recently.
2 seconds a day to pick up a towel and do whatever it is you want done with that towel.
You can't see my reactions because I'm silent over here.
Do it. Or you could make a thing out of it and fight with your partner for all of eternity, however long this relationship lasts. Because if you do that, it probably won't last long. What do you feel about that? I sent it to the group.
It's in Spanish.
Go ahead and see if you can.
Is it in German?
Send it to me. Send it to my work phone, and I'll play it through, and we should be able to hear it.
Okay. So what do you think?
What do you think,
Luis?
Well, so I, not even 3 weeks ago, was having this conversation. Because
wait, hold on. I'm gonna let you go, but before we go. This is
okay, Kanye.
Framed the way the question, the way we're framing it, and the way you're approaching it, the way we all reacted, we all automatically thought, "Oh, this is a woman thing. Like women do this," because generally we're gonna say it is.
Yeah,
but it goes both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it's like a women are gonna do the thing and then just not. I don't know.
I think it depends on your personality. Like if it bothers you a certain way to not have things a certain way each and every way, or something like to me, in my mind, things stick out. If I see something like that shouldn't be there, or it should be here instead of there, or like my biggest thing is like put it back where you found it. But it doesn't always go that way.
It connects to like whenever I asked about doing laundry a certain way, I was like,
"That's right, we talked about that."
Yeah, I don't like my socks a certain way. I don't like my shirts all facing different ways. So I take over that role and I end up doing whatever.
Right.
So.
But do you bitch about it also?
No.
But you could.
Oh, I absolutely could. But instead.
You choose your battles?
If she does the laundry for once in months. I'll go in there and just
We'll come back to that. Hold on, let's
just
see if
like
I can
switch
play
it back
the
or
audio.
do
At least get the audio for this video.
get it back to what I want it to look like.
Again, it'll be in Spanish, so bear with me.
I thought this podcast was
Hope
supposed to be
this
in like
works.
Italian.
Oh, it's not working because the volume's down over there. All right, never mind. Let's move on.
Damn it.
Well, no, I mean we can still talk about it.
No, yeah, I mean, let's move on from the video.
yeah.
Go ahead and talk about it.
So, something that Heidi comes at me about,
Oh, he said a name. Shit, he went
Oh,
straight for the
Shots
jugular.
fired.
Okay, cool.
which I know for a fact has not happened several months, but right before we left for our trip,
Several months. Yeah, checks out.
so I shower, I get out of the shower, I hang my towel up, I let it dry, and then I move my towel over to the shower rack or whatever, or the towel rack, and then I close the curtain. That's just my routine. One day, forgot to actually move the shower curtain. It turned into a fucking thing. She was like, I wish for once you would do that. I'm like, wait a second. What? For once?
The only time I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For once?
That's usually,
Yeah. And I was like, instead of like getting upset about it, it takes you 2 seconds.
Just done
Literally
this.
2 seconds.
Right. But to me, it's like if it happens over and over and over again, maybe it's an issue you bring up. Not start a fight, but just to prove a point.
Well,
if
no.
it happens over
But,
and
like,
over again, it
If it happens
bothers
one
that
time and it
person.
makes you mad, then don't bring it up to start a fight just because it made you mad in your own head.
Well, that's the thing. It
Right.
was a thing that I would actually forget, but because we had the conversation, I then changed that pattern, and I made sure to change the pattern. And then the one time that I didn't do it, she was like,
she was waiting
once?
for that one time.
"Oh yeah."
Yeah.
So, do you agree with the psychiatrist that you should just pick up the towel, or
Yeah, just fucking it. It takes you literally no work. No,
But it bothers you though.
it might bother you for. Well, that's the thing. Depending on the person, it'll bother you. But if you're an adult, it'll bother you for 2 seconds and you'll move on.
But you're okay with going through that every day for the rest of your
I
life?
don't care.
The same thing over and over again. Like
Mm.
put a towel over on the rack.
No, her thing was moving the shower curtain so that it covers the bathtub.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's her thing. What's your thing?
What is? I don't. Well, she asked me actually in that same conversation. She was like, "Well, what is it that I do that bothers you that much?" I'm like,
That's actually good of her to do that. Like,
Yeah.
you should.
I was like, I don't know necessarily because I just do it and it's not
But
something
that's a horseshit answer. The first time she
Is
did
it?
it, you're like, fuck. I married her.
Well, that might be a thing that like I'm now conditioned to just
Right.
be
So
like,
it was, but think back.
Right.
Like there was something in the beginning. Because I'm with you. Like now I just do it. But at the beginning there were things, right? That I'm like, fuck.
oh, got one. She would throw stuff. She would take her makeup off with a wet wipe or something and then just kind of toss it in the sink.
Not the trash.
Trash is a foot away.
Next to the sink, yeah.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't do that anymore?
No. Well, she still does it. I'll take a picture of it sometimes. And
Just to be petty,
just to
yeah.
fuck with her.
You gotta keep receipts.
Yeah. I hear you.
But I'll
yeah.
still toss it. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, so that's a good example of
Yeah, so you just deal
you
with
just
it.
don't want
Yeah.
that fight. So you're like, whatever.
It's not worth a fight. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
This is
What about you?
This is the way.
I feel exactly the same way he does.
This
and the
is
same
the
way
way.
the psychiatrist. Like, yeah, there's a lot of shit. Like way in the beginning when we first started living
You let
together.
it bug you, or you just say fuck it, or what?
Well, it's gonna bug you no matter what. If it's something
Sure.
that bugs you as
It
a
bugs
person,
you
you
for,
can't
like,
help that.
10 seconds.
What
and
you
then
can help
realize.
is how you react to it, right? It's like
Yeah.
like anything else. You can't help how you feel about it. You can't help how you react to it.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not that big a deal to you, just fucking fix it. If it's gonna take 2 seconds, if it's gonna take 10 seconds, like whatever.
Right.
Nothing really ever takes that long, right? Unless we're talking about doing laundry, nothing's ever gonna take that long. So to me, just do it, move on, don't mention it. Like you married this person for whatever reason. It had nothing to do with that one thing. If that one thing is big enough and important enough to end the relationship, then end the relationship. But I doubt that it is.
And half the time, it's not even a big thing to even have a conversation about.
Exactly.
It's just
That wasn't even like bring it up. Because
yeah.
you're going to start a big ass fight for no reason. You're like, oh, fuck, what did I do?
it may not even start a fight. You're just
might.
like, it bugs you. All right, well, it's stupid to feel bugged about. So
And it's sometimes it's like, all right, it bugs you, I'll stop it because it's not that big a deal to me, right? Like
right.
it's
Like
nothing
I
for me.
changed my pattern.
One of
'cause
our friends,
yeah.
a couple of our friends, a couple in our friends group, one of their things is like putting the cup next to the sink instead of in the sink when you're done with it. Like to me, it doesn't fucking matter. The reason I sometimes do that, I put the cup next to the sink because I'm going to use that cup again because that's my water cup.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
a
was
water
gonna
cup
say.
is eternal. Like you can have a water cup there,
The water cup
you rinse
is
it out, and
eternal.
you drink water from it again, and you put it next to whatever.
Yeah, you might not be done with it, so
Right.
you're gonna use it.
Yeah.
But if it bothers you that much, it's nothing for me to put it in the sink. Now we have to wash that cup, but whatever. That's none of my business. You know, it's whatever. It's not that big a deal to me. I'll do it.
Yeah.
But if it's something I feel strongly about, I'm going to keep doing it, and you're either going to deal with it or you're not. The choice is up to you. But anyway, you want to chime in on this? You've been kind of quiet.
I'm
No?
good.
Smart man.
There is one other that Heidi gets on to me about. So in my process,
A wise man would say, "Don't answer that question."
no, in my process of like getting ready, I put the toilet seat down and I sit down to like put on my socks. I get up, walk away, like nothing. Also, has not happened in a very long time. Literally the same time that I forgot to close the curtain, I also forgot to lift the seat back up after.
Wait, so you get in trouble for leaving
Yeah,
the
yep.
Leaving it down?
up and down, either way.
Well, I don't ever leave it down, or I don't ever leave it up.
Right. But you would get in trouble if you left it up.
Probably. So didn't
He's talking about, so
Pick
if
it
you
back
leave,
up.
I have a
but
problem with
I
that.
don't get the whole. I understand, but like if you have to.
her
put
thing
it up-
is,
if you have to put it up each time. Like
well, her thing was like germs, because apparently she's more germophobic than I am, which
wait, so that's
surprise.
in your own bathroom.
germs. You know, you're supposed to put the lid down when you're done with,
'Cause
before you
it
flush,
traps
for
the-
germs,
Before you flush.
before you flush.
I love you.
I mean, that's how it's supposed, that's why it has a lid. Otherwise, it wouldn't have a lid. There's no reason for the lid other than that.
But she gets mad that it's down, and she's like, well, now I have to grab toilet paper and lift it up for me to sit down. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's she's disgusted.
Oh, you're
by
talking
you.
about the lid.
the lid. We're talking about the lid,
not the seat.
Yeah.
The lid.
The lid.
The lid.
Hmm.
Like the lid is supposed to be down. You're
think
supposed to
so.
go to the restroom, do your business, put the lid down, flush, so that when you flush, all that business
To
you
me,
did
it's always
doesn't go all over the
all
place.
time. Like,
Yeah.
But
But
you know, whatever.
Yeah.
interesting.
The quirks of being married.
To a Heidi. Yeah. I see why you want to learn German. Heidi, isn't that a German name?
Okay,
Shit,
so what's the whole point of,
it all makes sense.
you know,
It's all stupid.
I've always heard, I've always heard, well, you got to put it down because if not, I'm gonna sit and fall
Well,
in.
if you don't look before you sit,
That's
that's,
what
your
I'm saying.
problem. That-
That-
mean,
that's
your
what I've
seat,
always-
yeah.
It's talking about the seat.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've always heard.
That's why they get mad.
You don't look before you sit down.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. I don't know.
Just go ass down.
That
I mean, depends on how bad you have to go, because I've had to go
I
real
was
bad
like-
that I was just like, fuck. That happened in Mexico.
The
actually.
thing with that, like, and I don't really give a shit. I always put the seat down, but he did, like, I know they're aware of this, but it's the same thing for us, right? Like when they go pee, if we leave it up, they have to put it down. When we go pee, if they leave it down, we have to put it up.
Right.
Why does it
Yeah.
have to be their way?
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's maybe a minor inconvenience.
Right.
That's why I just sit
Like
down.
we
whenever-
literally pick the
we
seat
have
up
whenever I'm at
every
home.
single time we go pee.
That's another reason why I sit
You sit
down when
down
I'm
when
at
you go
home.
there.
Because
we
I
have
it's
to
get it.
pick it up and put it back down.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you
It's
could just do one.
Best
6
episode we've
seconds.
ever
All
had.
stupid.
It's all stupid. Well
That's
said.
that's why the Chinese are doing it right. They just squat.
Yeah, it's a fucking hole in
just
the
a hole in the
ground.
ground.
Right.
Fucking
Nobody has to do
half of
anything.
Asia.
half the places we went to in Mexico didn't even have a seat. You sat on the fucking porcelain or hovered over the porcelain. That was it.
Try to aim correct.
If you make it in, great. If you didn't, great.
This went south.
Well, I mean, they don't argue about that stuff over there.
Over where?
In Asia.
No.
Yeah,
Or
about
where?
the seat, the toilet seat.
they
Yeah,
don't-
you're right.
they don't
Do they
even-
argue about that
If,
in
if
Mexico?
we're over here arguing about it,
Mm.
we talk to them about it, they're going to be like, what the fuck are you
It's a
talking
third
about,
world
dude?
problem, isn't it? Like,
It's
only-
a first world
It's a
problem.
first world
first
problem.
world. Yeah. Fuck. It's a first world
I
problem.
always wondered, like, if women living together as friends argue more than a man and women living together. You know what I mean? If there's more,
Oh, another thing, another
Butt
video I just
heads,
sent to our friends
women
group
together.
is
you know,
this
Yeah.
lady talking about
I think
how
probably so.
the divorce rate amongst lesbians is higher than the divorce rate amongst man-women couple and man-man couples.
Yeah,
Like women can't even stand themselves.
Right.
This is the bottom line.
right.
Send all your emails to Alfredo and mistiempos.com. But I mean, it's true.
I always heard the stereotype that lesbians, like, when they got into a
How
relationship,
much tequila have you had?
quite a bit. That was mostly Topo.
Yeah.
No, whenever they,
Refill?
yeah.
A real lease comes out.
So lesbians, when they get into a relationship, they quickly move in and then get married and all that. Like they're faster
They
than.
move too fast.
Yeah.
I've never heard about
It's a
that.
stereotype. I don't know if it's true.
I've never heard of that stereotype, but there's probably, just like with every other stereotype, some truth to it, right? Fuck, that's interesting. I'll have to look that one up. If we only had a fact checker, we could.
Like a phone.
Siri.
Who? Who's Siri?
He's trying too much. Wait, how did you start that? What was the
Start
question?
what?
What was the
There
initial
was no question.
Oh, the
When
divorce rate.
Yeah. You got
Yeah, and then
some?
I sent that video to follow it up of I think I've sent it to our group too, of a man marrying a man, like a straight man
Oh, yeah.
marrying another
like a
straight
skit?
man.
Didn't we play that on here once before?
did we?
I don't know. I think we talked about it. It's a straight man marrying a straight man to have two, incomes in a house, and then they can date whoever they want. They just have the.
Is
all
this
the
our
benefits.
first guest restroom break?
No.
I think it is. No.
Oh
I
no!
think we
Kill
had
me!
one
Kill
more.
me! Kill me! Jet
I
it!
literally, yeah.
Kill me! Jet it once.
Oh, that's how we ended. That was.
Yeah, she left, and
So
we're like,
we
all right,
ended
fuck it,
now?
it's
Oh,
over.
she literally walked down. We were like, is she coming back?
We didn't even say bye or anything.
I guess it's over. No. Well, shit.
It
Where
doesn't
we
have
at?
to be
Is this
over.
one over?
We're at 102.
Damn, this seems a lot longer than it. Like it used to be. It used to feel a lot shorter. It's weird being back.
Well, we also weren't prepped. Or, I mean,
No, yeah, we totally apologize for not being prepared for this episode, but
This
we
is
had
a soft
we were
opening.
if we didn't
supposed to
do
have
this,
a meeting.
if we didn't do this, we were gonna put it off another week, and then another week, and then another week. We need to just fucking do it and get started and get going again. So
Soft opening.
yeah.
We were going to have a meeting.
We want
and then
your
it turned
comments.
into an episode and then back to a meeting. and
Hey,
then back to
listen,
an episode.
if y'all have any suggestions, ideas, whatever, of how we should change
Topo.
this, fix it, make it better, let us know. We're open to it.
Yeah,
So-
we'll listen. Talk shit about them.
Yeah, I'll put up. Actually, there's always anytime you listen to the episode, there's what do you think of this episode question on Spotify. So just go on there and answer that question and tell us how you think we could make it better.
I'm also never prepared to be on camera. So,
Yeah,
You always look like you're ready.
no.
that was a compliment, dude.
Yeah.
Say thanks.
Looking sharp.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Well, you got anything else, man, before we call it a day?
But the Cowboys, huh?
Yeah, fuck the Cowboys.
Wait,
listen, they play.
winning?
No, they play Seattle. I hope they lose this week on Thursday. Tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Tomorrow night. Yeah.
Did nothing else happen in sports?
The Rangers won.
Well,
The World
yeah, we
Series?
brought that up.
Other than that, just the Travis Kelce Swift stuff. That's going
Still,
crazy.
it's ongoing. Man, didn't they go to Brazil and like
Argentina.
Yeah, she's getting pretty famous because of him. So
Adrian knew.
So his like podcast went way up because of her. I heard, right?
Wait, what?
His podcast.
Oh, his
Oh, his
podcast?
podcast? Oh
Yeah,
man,
went way up the charts.
man.
I
Yeah,
see
because
clips of her
Yeah.
of her podcast. Yeah, I see clips of his podcast everywhere now.
he had a pretty good podcast before.
Yeah, his
like,
podcast
but
was already
pretty
famous.
famous.
And
You know,
That's
Taylor
what I'm saying.
Swift
Now it's like
brought
way
him
up the
into the
charts.
limelight.
Listen,
Yeah.
I will not give her credit for that. Okay, he
Yeah.
had a good football podcast because he's good at football and talking.
Is he?
his brother
To
is
his
better
brother.
at talking.
Yeah,
than-
his brother's
his
good.
brother carries that
Yeah.
podcast.
I still haven't listened to it.
Neither have I, but
What else has happened?
they're not better than the Manning brothers.
Well, they're not better than us. I mean,
That's true.
for being honest.
It's facts.
There's no like true crime, no nothing.
Yes. So there's this lady that fuck. I'm not gonna bring it up. I don't have all the facts. Never mind.
God
Carry
damn
on.
it!
So are we gonna buy that house or what?
Oh fuck!
What was that one called?
The Chilling.
Chilling. We're
The
promoting
only
another
podcast that we're
again,
actually
yeah.
naming on this fucking show.
We had named one earlier, but that's fine.
Oh.
What
The
is
Chilling.
Chilling?
It's called The Chilling, and it's this podcast that this girl made after living in this house, like during her college years or whatever. Like years later, she came back because she had a lot of shit, like supernatural shit happened to her, right? Like ghost hunting stuff.
Yeah.
And she interviewed all the people that were there with her, like lived with her, came over to visit, her friends, her family at the time. And so it's cool because the way they presented the evidence and the stories is like from a very skeptical point of view. Like this can't actually be happening, but let's look into it. And they would bring in like experts, parapsychologists, psychologists, like whatever, to talk about all that shit. And it's pretty interesting. Like I thought it was pretty cool the way they did it. The quality's not great. It was season 1 of an episode, but
Is the house in Texas or where is
No.
it?
now,
Iowa?
Iowa or Iowa?
Iowa?
Fuck, I don't
One of
remember.
those. Iowa, Ohio.
Yeah, one of those.
One of those states nobody really cares about, but yeah.
Like,
But the house is, it's like we
Did you
found the
find the
house.
house?
Adrian found the house. It just sold, didn't it?
The last time it sold, it was like 150.
Yeah, so it's affordable.
that's it?
Yeah,
In today's market, it's affordable. We should go fucking buy that thing, and like,
and it looks nice. It's not
it's not a bad house. It's
bad
a nice
looking. It
neighborhood.
doesn't look scary at all.
There was supposedly satanic graffiti in the basement.
Right. Just blow
Yeah.
up the walls. Yeah, it's cool.
The story,
It's a
the way it was
fixer-upper.
told, it was good.
It was good because they literally tried to debunk their own experiences, and then at some point it got to the point where like, well, you can't. Like, there's no logical explanation for some of this
Yeah.
shit that happened.
Right.
A lot of it you could explain away. A lot of it you can't. So it's pretty cool. So if you're into that spooky shit, check it out. It's called The Chilling. It's wherever you listen to podcasts.
It
Just
is.
surprised there's no like more information about that house.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess you could probably find like
No, because you always see
100
these.
times more about the Amityville house than you can that one.
Because you always see these shows that are like, oh, we're trying to find
Yeah.
ghosts, and then they spend the night at. They drag you on for 5 episodes, and then they don't find
There's
shit.
nothing,
Like,
right.
It's like, oh, maybe this time he wasn't here or something.
Or maybe that podcast was just so well done that we fucking believed
Yeah,
it.
true.
Gotcha, suckers.
You could buy a house off of it.
Yeah.
Hey, good for you. I haven't listened to season 2. The way it started off just kind of turned me off, but whatever.
Yeah.
Season 1 of that podcast.
I
listen
started
to it. Give it a
episode
listen.
1 and I was like, I like the way the flow of season 1 was. Season 2, I was like,
Well, I like the premise. I like it that she's like, all this shit happened to me, but maybe it didn't. Let's
Yeah.
figure it out. That's basically what
It's
she
like
did.
storytelling in a way, or what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, is that it? We good? Fuck it. Let us know if you're happy to have us back. If not, we can go
We're
away for
back.
another 2 months.
thanks, guys.
Will, thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
Have you ever listened to one of our episodes?
I don't think so.
Wow.
That's the way we like it.
That's the way we
That's
like
the way
it.
we like it. You will now, though. You listen to this one. All we ask is that you share it. If you have social media, share it on social media.
I'm
Like,
just kidding.
Is it
Fucking
fucked up that my Spotify Wrapped was like the number 2 podcast?
we were number 2.
you
We were
listened
his
to
number 2
was-
podcast on Spotify. That's fucked up.
So we
Is
got
it?
we got a message from.
I thought it was
somebody
fucked up.
else.
Y'all were in my top 5 because I'm listening to my own
Like
shit.
MySpace or what?
Yeah.
I was like, is
Oh,
it
you mean a
weird that
podcast? Oh,
yeah?
okay.
Is it weird that y'all are in my top 5? Because then I'm listening to my own shit.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, actually. I would not make our top 5.
I would not either.
See?
Anyway.
All right.